basic introduction on the game theory, right? And what is a game, what are strategies and all. So now we want to determine that strategy, right? So if we want to determine that strategy, we need to analyze some things, right? So we'll talk about simple games, right? And for each firm we have a strategy which is called a dominant strategy, which that firm should follow regardless of what the other one is doing, right? So what is a dominant strategy? Dominant strategy is a strategy which one firm should follow regardless of what the others are doing. They don't care about what the other firms are doing. The payoff would be maximum when firm A follows this strategy, right? So let's consider an example of a duopoly, that there is a market in which there are two firms A and B, right? And they have to decide on whether to advertise or not to advertise, right? So we make a matrix which is called the payoff matrix, right? It is a very simple thing. So we have two firms, firm B, firm A, firm A, firm B, right? So firm A has two decisions, whether to advertise, not to advertise. Firm B also has two decisions, whether to advertise, not to advertise, right? So now if you make it on a piece of paper, you will get a matrix, right? So now, let us try to find the dominant strategy for firm A, right? So now let's say that the firm B advertises, right? So I've told you that firm B is advertising. Now, if firm A will advertise, it will get 10 rupees of sales, additional 10 rupees of sales, correct? So one thing is fixed here, that I'm telling you that firm B is advertising. Now firm A has two decisions to make, whether to advertise or not to advertise. So if firm A advertises, it will gain 10 rupees of sales. If firm A doesn't advertise, it will gain only 6 rupees of sales, right? So you understand these two things. So what would be the maximum, what would be the logical decision for firm A is to advertise, because it is gaining 10 rupees of sales, correct? Fine. Now let's say firm B doesn't advertise. If firm B doesn't advertise, right now also firm A has two decisions to make, whether to advertise or not to advertise. In this case, if firm A advertises, it will gain 15 rupees of sales. And if firm A doesn't advertise, it will gain 10 rupees of sales. Now in this case also, which should be the logical decision for firm A? To advertise, obviously, because it is getting 15 rupees in this case, right? So you see, in both the cases, in the first case, when the firm B was advertising, the dominant strategy for firm A was also to advertise because it was gaining 10 rupees, which was greater than 6 rupees. In the second case, when firm B was not advertising, again for firm A, the dominant strategy was to advertise because it was gaining 15 rupees as compared to 10 rupees, right? So in both the cases, the dominant strategy comes out to be, in all over, the dominant strategy for firm A comes out to be, that it should advertise regardless of what B is doing. Whether B is advertising or not advertising, firm A should always advertise if it wants to gain the maximum, right? So this is how we calculate the dominant strategy. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to our channel for more such videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye and take care.